Sit your podcast down. We're back, man. We're back on it. We're back on a regular schedule.
Yeah.
The three guys are here. We got Reek, G in the building, man. Fellas, how
What
are
up?
you?
We're here.
Fly as always. So number one, we're gonna get right into this, man. So first and foremost, while I do not condone Spike Lee, his shenanigans, I understand is still Brooklyn over Boston 100%. I ain't gonna show up and support them like that, but I hear what he's saying. Other than that, man, are you surprised? I genuinely am surprised that the Nets got swept with KD and Kyrie. That shit just ugh. I never want to see Boston sweep a New York team ever, but that shit it's tough, man.
I
What do you
was
got early thoughts?
surprised. I was surprised until I didn't watch the games in their entirety, but I was surprised until I saw the game plan that the Nets put together, and I'm like, yeah, this is written. It was written. Nas.
Nash.
A non-bar early. Okay, fair enough. What was the game plan that you saw? You gotta elaborate. What was your game plan that you saw?
I was gonna say, what do we do game one of the season, of the regular season? Let's just do that.
We didn't see one change from game 1 to game 4 from the Nets besides play Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
A hard 8 minutes.
A hard 8 minutes.
Put my man Bruce at the 4.
Yeah, it's like, so what? The Celtics are big. We need spacing.
Facing from him because he's a great shooter, one of the greatest.
That Nash, like game 4 yesterday, this is how bad Nash is with his logic. The reporter asked him, I think it was before the fourth quarter, she asked him, he's like, about the game or whatever, and like, anything you concerned about? And he said, like, I'm concerned about the rebound. I'm concerned about the boards. The reporter, she said, okay, so are you going to stick with your small lineup? He said, yes. This is the woman asking him. He said, yes, because we got to keep the spacing. I don't want the lanes clogged up. It's like, okay, you're concerned about the boards, but you won't address the boards by just playing a little bit bigger. That's all. Blake can hit threes. You can still keep your spacing. If you put Drummond out there, Blake can stand in the corner. You know what I mean? KD could play the 3. You could play 2 of your midget guards.
Do you think, number one, will he, and number one, do you think he should be fired?
Yeah, he's gone. He got to go.
Think so?
That was unacceptable. You can't win one game with Kyrie and KD.
It's bad.
One game.
It's bad.
His coach, I was disgusted. As a fellow coach, I'm like, yo, like, you just not gonna change anything.
It didn't, as a fan and a failed ball player myself. I'm like, nah, man. I don't know better. It just seemed like what you're doing is not working.
No, man, they just didn't execute.
Okay, all right, that's what happened.
That's how they be in practice. That's how coaches be in practice. Our game plan is right, but we just gotta execute. Like, no, nigga.
Yeah, Nash, like, you ain't coming with a game plan. It's like, first of all, like, your whole idea of spacing doesn't work because you got dudes out there that can't really shoot like that.
That's what I'm saying. If Bruce Brown was a knockdown guy,
right? Like, what are you worried about the spacing? Yeah, it's like you starting a small lineup and the bigger players on your team have just as much good chance as Bruce Brown hitting the three than like
I mean,
Blake
yeah,
Griffin
this-
and I look at Blake Griffin and Bruce Brown about the same when they shoot a three.
yeah, wouldn't prefer it, but maybe it goes.
You got KD and Kyrie, man. Just put a bunch of people that can rebound on the court and just ISO K. Like, if you're gonna do that, just give them the ball every
Right.
possession and then put a bunch of people that can get the board.
Right. You want them to get open, and you got them setting screens with other midgets because you won't play big. Or Claxton. Claxton can't screen me.
Right.
Like,
Nor
it's
can he,
like-
nor
how
can he
you
make
let-
free throws. They said what
right. Keeping him. He missed 10 in a row.
the total. I saw this stat. This was on mine. They said it was a close series. It was a sweep, but it wasn't a close series. It said it was the smallest total points of victory, third lowest amount of points of victory ever at 16. It's 16 points. They also showed us that Claxton missed 16 free throws. That hurts. That's
Yeah.
like really,
I was watching it.
really.
Yeah, I was watching the game like, okay, Nash, you're gonna keep Claxton in. They're doing Hacker Claxton. And it's like you
Can't
just gonna
make him.
keep him in, and he missed like 10 in a row. Like it's like you lose by single digits. He missed 10 on his own. It's like
So
they make
Hey, man.
do y'all? So they played badly. They didn't execute. Taking it away from the Celtics, although you know it's still New York over everybody. So I'm not talking about the Celtics. But do you think more should happen than this? Like talking about maybe Nash getting fired. Do you think GM should be gone? Do you think a
Absolutely.
trade should happen?
absolutely. I think the GM should be gone because you know everybody's blaming like, oh, Kevin Durant wanted Nash and Kyrie wanted Nash, but Nash is not an option if Sean Marks isn't Nash's friend.
Probably.
You know what I mean? Like if you think of it in like with kids, any kid is going to take the fun teacher over the teacher that's going to make them work. Like,
Yeah.
so you throw me a hard-nosed coach over here who's going to hold me accountable for everything, or you're going to give me Nash who's going to let me do what I want. I'm going to pick Nash.
I do think I almost wonder, do you trade Kyrie? I'm gonna up this tree for a while now. He's a great talent, but even he admitted this vaccine thing was a distraction because it was. If he plays, you don't run into the Celtics because that team easily off. I don't care who else you have around them. If those two are playing 60 to 70 games, you're going to fall into a 4th seed at worst. Maybe you fall into the 5th seed, but you're not playing the Celtics. I just feel like maybe he didn't want that to happen. Maybe he should have played. Now, I know you can't assume it's going to be the same issue every time, but Kyrie, as much of a killer as he is on the court, he seems to be developing this, reputation as a malcontent, as not good for the locker room, not committed to playing basketball. Like, what was it the first year? He was talking about like he doesn't know if he wants to play anymore. Like he always has some weird shit going on. I don't know.
He seems, when I listen to some stuff in the press conference, he seems a little bit more in going forward than he has been in the past. So I think from the stuff he was saying, it sounds like he's putting a lot on himself. And, he's talking about the changes. One person he didn't mention, because he did say, we'll get with Kevin and the owner and the GM and see how they're going to manage his team and all this other stuff. The name he didn't mention, the name he didn't mention was Nash. We're not going to meet with Nash. So Nash is probably going to be gone.
I think
But-
Nash is gone probably. And
I
maybe
would get
Ben
rid of-
Simmons is helpful
Yeah.
getting him back. Maybe.
I would get rid of Ben before Kyrie.
But what do you get rid of him for? He didn't play a whole season because he's a bitch.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
What do you? Here's the thing: you gave up Harden for him. What do you get back for him? You gonna swap him out for John Wall? Like, what do you do next?
Harden's not
Russ?
really much better. He ain't much better right now.
No, that's another statement.
It's like
His
a
stats look
lose-lose trade.
Terrible. Yeah, he's looking terrible.
He's looking like a bum.
It's
I don't know. Ben, maybe trade him to his clutch brothers with the Lakers. Like you can get somebody.
oh my
Russ.
god,
They
that
gonna
team
send you back
would be
Russ.
Bring
so
back
terrible.
to Brody. Play
That
with
don't
your
even
clutch brothers.
sound like a good team.
Russ, Kyrie, and KD.
It does not sound like a good team.
If you gotta bring Russ off the bench. That's gotta be his role off the bench.
I actually think Russ would dominate off the bench if you
Yeah, I
put
think
him
so
in
too.
for 3 minutes and
Let-
let him
let-
sprint up and down the
look,
court for 3 minutes and then take his ass
I
out.
would give him a solid 20, 25, but I would when you out there, it's your show. Do your
Right.
thing. Fine.
Right.
It
That
works.
way- Yeah. That way you won't have Nash. Well, he won't be coaching there anyway. But you won't have to play Kyrie and KD 45 minutes out of 48. Like every game. He's like, and that was the other thing, like before I forget, like Nash had to be fired. Like, what was like the second game? He's like, man, I've been playing. He's like, these guys been playing so many minutes to get us into the play-in, and Kyrie's fast, and I feel for him. Like, you the one playing him. What you won't take them out? Why you think you wonder why they tired? Like, what you expect from him?
Wait. He blamed it on Kyrie fasting?
Listen, he said,
What?
with KD and Kyrie, like, they had to play so many minutes to get us into this position and play in the playoffs. Said Kyrie's fasting. He's like, I feel for them. Like, it's like, you control when they play. It's like they're tired. You sitting there saying, they're exhausted. He said they're exhausted. You play them 45 minutes a game.
You could take him out, man.
I mean, my only not beef with that is they built a team where they have to play like that. Like, granted, he needs to just not do. And once the effectiveness wears off, at some point he's so tired. For at least the next couple minutes, Bruce Brown's probably better. For at least a couple minutes, it's probably 30 seconds realistically. But there's a stretch of time where it's like they need a breath. We can deal with him being in for a moment, whatever.
Right. Give them. Right. You don't have to play them almost the entire game. Because then on top of that, they're playing almost the entire game. The defense is geared to stop both of them.
And they got the one-on-one defenders to do it too. That's the thing. They have the one-on-one guys, not to mention the help guys that come over.
Right. One-on-one help guy, and they keeping fresh bodies in.
Because they're actually playing like a team. Go figure.
So it's like, I don't like if you're KD and I gotta play defense because you don't play any defenders. So I can't hide on defense. I have to play defense. And if you're Kyrie, we're gonna play this baby lineup, I end up having to guard Tatum or Jaylen Brown every time down.
Good luck, brother.
Right. I'm saying he's 6'1", they're 6'7", 6'8".
Mm-hmm.
And you want them, what do you want him to do?
And he's not a defender. He's not Marcus Smart. He's not that guy.
No. And Marcus Smart is 6'4". Like, he's bigger than the guards that Nash is playing. And he's the smallest player on the Celtics that's on the court.
He's the same height as their power
can guard
forward.
1 through 4. Your lineup is suspect.
Right. Nash was like, let me do this lineup. I know we're struggling to rebound it, but let me get Kyrie, Patty Mills, Seth Curry, Bruce Brown, and KD.
Like, are you serious? Oh, God.
And all Boston was doing, like, all right, well, who's KD guarding? All right, let's go get this screen so we get a switch on the big. I'm going to fire it up. If I miss it, Horford, Williams, somebody's going to clean it up anyway because all the guards are 6'2".
We're not worried about Seth Curry getting a rebound.
Right. So if I miss,
we'll play those odds.
Right. If I miss, we're good. If I make it, even better. Nice job, Nash. That was good coaching.
Yeah, it's tough, man. And as much as a Knicks fan, I think this shit is hilarious. I don't want to see Boston win, man. I thought they would do better. I really did. This shit was just, it's embarrassing. Embarrass the city. I do think though, I think you need to move Kyrie still. Only because It's been 3 years. It's been 3 years. You got nothing to show for it. Trade him to somebody for young assets. I think this. I hate to say it. I don't hate to say it. I hate to say it. They're not winning a championship. This team is not fucking winning a thing. Period. The primes of those two are coming to an end, if not this year, next year. They already don't quite look the same. Let's say they still got a year or two left, but it's not quite the same. I think it's done. They got 3 albatross contracts. They can't get better. They can't really get younger. Trade one of the motherfuckers for something that's worth value now, because otherwise I think they're done. I think that changed that whole. It's funny when they got both of them. I thought, oh man, in 2 years they're gonna have a ring. Now they're gonna be 4 years no ring, because next year I don't think they're winning either.
In 2 years though, but like they were coming off of injuries. Like there was a significant.
They didn't have a lot of time together yet either.
And
one of them was like always
this
hurt.
was the year.
Yeah.
This was the year. Then Kyrie decided to say, "Fuck y'all, I ain't playing."
Yeah, but even if Kyrie, like KD, was hurt almost half the year too.
That's why I think the primes are coming. That's why I think. I mean, it's not fair. It sucks. I like KD. I think he's a great talent, but
that's why I think
they're done.
They need the Brody, because when those guys are out, it's a one-man army.
But who
you need the Brody?
So wait. So you give Ben Simmons to LA?
Yeah, Brody. Let him go to Clutch Brothers. You know, go to the Clutch team, the Clutch Lakers.
That is a wild.
Bring in the Brody. And when KD and Kyrie are out,
don't they still like hate each other? How's that gonna work?
They got to make it. They can figure it out.
Oh man, I guess
like KD. What's KD going to say? Like, oh, we've been winning here without you.
They both gonna be like, mine's been great without you. Yeah, mine too. But like, maybe. I mean, KD had that one little.
The Brody has more of an issue with KD than KD does with the Brody.
I mean, he left that nigga and got 2 rings and 2 Finals MVPs. Yeah, I'm sure he's fine.
Right. So I'm just thinking
KD can win nothing. I think KD's cool enough. He can win nothing ever again and be like, I'm so good. Brody's the one who needs something. I think he's still the Hall of Fame, but I think he's the one that could use a ring.
He come to New York. He loves fashion. It's like a big fashion city. You can come in, you have a good time, play, get rid of Ben, bring in the Brody.
So this is the other thing too. Do you think Ben deserves criticism? Because obviously there's been
yes. Don't even finish the question. Yes.
A punk.
So I agree with the Stephen A. Smiths of the world and the Reggie Mills of the world, which is hard to say that shit out loud. You agree that like he essentially was soft and should have went out and played, at least try for his teammates.
Yeah.
What's wrong with him?
I think he's had a broken heart. I think that's what the actual.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Watching Devin book his girl all the time. It's like,
and like it's serious to Devin Booker because she meeting the family and shit. She meeting Nana.
Right. She went to deep Mississippi. Like it's like she's like all in with this dude.
Oh my goodness, it is crazy. man's hurt from a broken heart. I mean, I do think. I mean, what do you do with that dude though? I guess you trade him, but like he's such damaged goods. Like if Clutch don't want him, Clutch should take anybody. But like, who else would really take him? Are there any real trade?
Why y'all keep saying Clutch, man? Come on, man.
Listen,
Clutch, I don't. No. Wait,
come on, man.
Why are you not saying Clutch? I don't understand what we're talking. What do you mean? What are you talking?
You notice all the Clutch players like they don't play.
No,
John Wall hasn't played in like 3 years.
Look what happened.
Ben Simmons hasn't played.
I got one for you. Look what happened to fucking poor Montrez, man. Look at his career now. He took that discount and he ain't been the same. He was 6th man of the year. He don't get shit now. He over there in New Orleans, not New Orleans. He over there in Charlotte. They won't even play him. I came here. I thought I'd get an opportunity. Now you fighting for opportunities? You one of those guys?
And they offered Trez before he went to Charlotte. They offered him $20 million a year. When he got $6 million a year, they like, you come $20 million a year. He's like, nah. I want to
He
be a
about to be
Laker
a vet men guy.
for 3. I want to be a Laker for 3.
He about to be a vet man guy. LeBron clutch ruined that man's career. Ruined it. Did the same thing Noel.
But let's
ruined
take a
it.
step back. I'm not do not crucify me. I'm not trying to say LeBron is Jordan, but when you have an opportunity to play with somebody who makes it to the finals damn near every year, do you take it?
No. Not if it's going to cost
I'm not
20 million
I'm not
a year.
a financial advisor, but 20 million
A
is
year.
significantly higher than 3 million.
You know,
I mean, I think if I think if I do my math correctly, it's more than six times. No, it's more than
amount of money
times the.
It all feels the same.
He hasn't gotten to that level of money yet. He's not KD. He's not Curry. He's not Clay. He's not any of the other guys who are going to get the rookie extension. He is a guy who was an effort guy, undersized, and cannot shoot in a league that values shooting. Get your fucking money. Because you ain't going to get it now because you can't shoot. You're LeBron height without LeBron skill. That's a problem. And you're playing the paint. You're stupid. You're stupid. You're stupid. You got your money, but you believe in that. I'm going to play with LeBron. He's going to make everything better. You know he won't make better? Your bank account. That's what he won't make better.
You know what happened? Like when I mentioned that on Twitter, when that first happened, some LeBron fan attacked me saying, well, he took less money because he wanted to be closer to his family. His family's from North Carolina. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you want to be close to his family in LA?
How about close to his family? He was already in LA.
Right. Like, what are you talking about?
Man, we be making up shit all the time. Like, come on, guys.
Or not unless like LeBron brainwashed him, like, this is your family. This is your family now. This is your family now.
Oh my
Join the Clutch Brothers, the Clutch Brothership.
I mean, he did, man. And that man, he is on a lifeboat without a raft, man. Like, what is going on, man?
Gotta get rid of Ben.
Maybe. You may be right about that.
He's sitting there faking back injuries, and because you can't really tell if a back is like really hurt.
I mean, I feel like you can't trust him.
No.
That's the biggest thing. You can't trust him.
The funniest tweet I seen with Ben Simmons, somebody took a clip of Billy Madison. Remember, he was like in his room, he was like dunking the ball and all that stuff, and somebody about to come in, he ran into the bed acting like he was sick.
Like, you know what it is? It's hard to believe that's not what he's doing, because it doesn't make sense. Like, what do you mean you can't play? I don't know, man. I think Philly was smart. Get him out of there. Get something for him. Get Ben.
Did you get something for him?
He plays. The guy you got plays.
Does he really play?
He's there.
Harden might as well. He's like, he's better off without Harden.
They may regret it later. I think they realize that Embiid's time is now, so try to go for it. But anybody talking about, man, Harden's one of the best scorers of all time.
Yeah, I don't know.
That nonsense out. Please.
That argument is out the window.
Cut that shit.
It was
out.
never in it for me, but
not for people who watch ball, but
right.
like, the advanced analytics fans and the D'Antoni nerds were just like, because I know how to make one point guard look amazing too, right? Let them do everything. I get it.
Yeah,
very, very easy.
Jeremy Lin